Welcome to Business Connection. I'm Liz Spencer. I have Chris Suva, who's founder and president of Thrive Coach Services, with me right now. And Chris, welcome. You have a very, I think, timely business where there's a lot of transition going on, whether it be with a job or just in life. We're in that time period economically, all of it, and that's what your business is all about. You're there to kind of help us get through transition. So tell me a little bit about what you do.
Yes. Well, you're right. I do work with people that are in transition, and I'm a life and career coach. And I've basically built this business around all of my education and training and experience that I've had in helping people navigate their lives. And so what I do is what you think of in terms of career transition. Some of my clients, in fact, many of my clients are going through career transition. And I do what I call the outward process of teaching people how to navigate that. Resumes, cover letters, interview practice, networking, all of those, negotiating job offers and things like that. All of the things that I consider to be the outward process when someone's in a career transition. So I do teach that and work with people. But the other piece that I love the most, that really is a little bit different maybe than what people think of, is that I do that inner process and that inner work. Because what I'm finding is that there are a lot of people that have kind of gone through their career in an unconscious way. Mm-hmm. It's sort of, it's almost like you're in the middle of the ocean and you're in this boat and you have no oars. And so you just kind of go with the flow and you wind up here and you do this for a while and then you wind up here. And you tend to listen to people around you tell you what you should do. And there's not this vision for your own life and your own career pulling you forward. So you kind of tend to flounder a little bit. And when people lose their job, which we're seeing a lot of obviously, they can really feel lost, particularly if their identity was tied directly to a job, a title, a company. I also work with women. Women they're actually kind of a specialty for me, especially women that have had the big career and then they chose to stay home and raise their family for a while, and then they're looking to re-enter their career because they really tend to undervalue the skills that they bring. I think women in general tend to do that a lot. I see it a lot. And so I absolutely love that process of helping them reconnect to themselves and really figure out what it is that they want to do, and watch their confidence build as they start to see, wow, I actually do have something to offer.
Well, I think people often think that, especially when they're in a career, that they're going to always do that. They're always going to be in accounting. They're always going to be in sales. And again, most of the time we find our first job in our entry into the career by luck, and we're a little desperate at that time too. We want that first job. We're feeling, but then when transition comes like this is a good time to stop and pause and maybe talk to a life coach. And this, why talk to a life coach? Why say call up Chris and hire you for a little bit? Why do I want you looking at my life? What do you bring?
Well, here's the thing. I have people call me and they say, oh my gosh, I lost my job. I got to get it. I know you do this. Can you help me with my resume? Right? And that's usually the first thing that they say. I don't know. I don't even know where to start to do a resume. What I try to do is help people step back and take a deep breath and really reevaluate where they are in their life right now and be conscious about that process. Because if they've been unconscious about it, it's sort of like pain pushes until vision pulls. It's a saying, I don't even remember where I heard it. It was a wonderful saying, but it's so true. Because people can be in pain, literally miserable in their job. And until they have a vision of where to go, they stay stuck. And sometimes when they are in a position where they've lost their job, it actually is an opportunity. In fact, almost 100% of the people that I work with, it truly is an opportunity for them to take that step back and reevaluate and say, okay, I've had some good experience, I've had some bad experience. What do I want this next stage to look like? Where am I in my life? If I have kids, how old are my kids? How old am I? What do I want to be able to look back at in my lifetime when I get to that point in time down the road and feel that I'm done, so that I feel that sense of meaning and purpose in my life, and I can look back and feel really good about that and not have a lot of regrets.
Well, and I think that You know, we often in the times of transition, you know, talk to our family and that, but I think you bring an outside look at us, which is going to see us very differently than our family and friends circle.
Yes. And what happens with talking with your family, which is a wonderful thing to do, if you especially if you have a very supportive, encouraging, empowering relationship, is really good. However, they're biased, and your family very often has their own reasons to keep you exactly where you are. And so sometimes having that ability to talk freely with someone that doesn't have any agenda for you, that does, you know, really wants what's best for you and helps you kind of talk through that process and get that clarity for yourself can be really, really helpful.
Well, and I think it's that outside perspective can help sort out a lot of ideas, because lots of people turn to that hobby, the thing they really like to do in a transition time, try to make a business out of it. And sometimes, you know, making cupcakes for everybody is a great hobby, and sometimes you can turn it into a sugar monkey downtown and, you know, make wonderful cupcakes to the world, where I think somebody with your background can help sort a lot.
Yeah. And I do have people that are thinking about going into business, and they're sort of in that transition, as well as people that are considering their career. It's at that place of reinvention. And so let's be conscious about what you're reinventing yourself for.
That's great. Well, I can't think of a better person to have with me on that process than you, Chris. So
thank you.
Thank you so much. We're going to be right
Thank you.
back with more Business Connections. Stay tuned.